Hey, Dane Espigard here. Wanted to talk real briefly on dreaming with your kids. In the book The Dream Machine, I'm talking a lot about the implications and the application of the dreams concept in the work setting. And there's obviously a place for that, and I think that it's really important for us to be doing it in that setting. But I also think that a really interesting concept is dreaming with your kids. When as I've taken a lot of people through the dream storming workshop and the dreams retreat and this entire concept, what I've noticed is that a lot of times somebody who's younger has a little bit easier time with the whole dreams process. And why is that kids do this naturally, right? At a young age, we start thinking about anything as possible. Nothing at that point when we're young has really beaten that out of us, right? And we see this happen a lot with individuals, and I think it's very normal, is that we reach this part of our life where the conversation isn't anything is possible. What do you want to do with your life? But it's more, hey, you got to be realistic, right? There's bills to be paid. You got to, is that going to be able to get you, be able to afford a mortgage? And there's this practicality that sneaks in. And a lot of times that practicality sneaking in pushes the dreaming out. And it doesn't have to be this way, which is one of the things I think is so important in terms of dreaming with our kids. I had the opportunity to do a dream storming session with my kids. And when I did this with them, they were 4 and 2. So, take this with a grain of salt. What was on the dreams list were, own a unicorn. Okay, awesome. Then there were some travel type things, basically own every type of animal known to man. And it was fun doing the process. We did it at a restaurant. And we were just writing in a notebook with our kids as they went through. The 2-year-old just kind of repeated everything that the 4-year-old said. But I think it's important to do this for a few different reasons. One is, what I'm excited about as my kids continue to get older is to continue this process with them, not just to do it myself, but to do it with my kids. And there's going to be things on my dreams list that have to do with my family that, hey, I want to take a family trip to here. I want to do this family tradition. And what doing this with my kids, what I know is that this is going to build belief with them in that anything is possible. Now, I think it's important to make sure that there's a discernment between this, not just anything is possible that's ungrounded, right? This like, anything's possible, but in touch, anything is possible that's rooted in anything is possible because I know I can create it. And I think that that's a process that we need to show kids. And this can happen from number one, just starting the list creation. But then it's also helping a kid actually see the steps between an idea and an experience, right? Or an accomplishment, or moving towards something. So it could be something as simple as, kid writes down they want to go to the zoo. And you spend the time with that kid to show them online, hey, how do we find out the hours of the zoo? How far away is it? Let's look at a calendar. What day do we want to go? And show them, right, the steps that go into doing something and taking action. I'm in an amazing group called Front Row Dads. And at the last retreat that I was at in Florida with that group, somebody was talking about how they're letting I think it was a friend of mine, Adam Stock, that was talking about letting his kids plan the vacation. And I thought, how cool is that? Because how much more do they care about their vacation? And also, when they're taking ownership over it, right, they're going to find all these little things to be excited about throughout. And that's a lot of what a vacation is fun for, right, is that anticipation, the planning of it. And I think that there's a lot of lessons that are in there, not just, hey, I have a dream of traveling to this place, but then showing, hey, okay, how do we get there? How much does that cost? Right? And how do the logistics work with this? There's so many lessons that can be built within dream achieving that I think are really important for somebody in their younger years. Last thought when it comes to dreaming with our kids, I think that with anything that we want in life, we've got to model it. And if I want my kids to treat people with respect, they need to see me treat people with respect. If I want my kids to value punctuality, right? They need to hear and see that from me as well. And so for myself and in my family, it's really important to us to be living and pursuing the life of our dreams. And so, key number one to that is that my wife and I pursue our dreams, achieve our dreams, but do it out loud in front of our kids so they can see that. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps. Just a few thoughts on dreaming with your kids. You can find out more information at the website daneespegard.com if you're interested in getting some more tools for how to do some of these things as well.